What kind of place is this?
Hello to anyone who might be watching this video. I am James, but you can call me Durian, and I recently graduated from UCF with my bachelor's degree in game design. I'll be using this channel to make devlogs for my future projects. So upon making this, I've been thinking a lot about how I wanted to do my first YouTube video, and I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I didn't know if I wanted to show my face, do I want to use the cool sprite guy that my wife made for me, or do I want to make videos like Mythic Legion, or just talk about the things that I'm doing. Do I want to do something like Thomas Brush, where it's just a live stream of him coding and working on his game? I have no idea what I'm going to do.
I haven't a clue what's going on here, but I'll act like I do.
I did decide though, at least for now, I'm going to do devlogs and maybe some tutorials. For this video, however, I decided I'm going to show some of the work that I've done over the past few years, and hopefully you all enjoy it. I would also like to say that I'm not trying to be the next Brackeys or Thomas Brush and have millions of subscribers. I'm just trying to show what I'm working on, hopefully grow an audience. So I've been working on creating various video games since 2015. Some of these games I did using Sean Spalding tutorials. So this is the first game I did, which was Rizar. So the idea of the game was to just be an alien and you have to save your town or save your world from another alien species. I wasn't really sure. This is the very first game I've ever worked on, and it was just something off the wall to try and learn. And then here, I didn't even start the second level. I just added an enemy, one pointless murder, which was something that he included in his tutorials. The health bar and the mana bar also were something that he included. So this is my second game that I was working on. This is my own personal project. It was just a rabbit game. I called it Poncho. And you basically were a rabbit and you ran around. This was the next game that I worked on. It's just a space game and you can shoot, collect coins. You're basically just fighting the NPCs. And then the circles are to show, like, if you're in this circle, then the thing will start attacking you. Got that coin. But yeah, we're gonna die now. There were supposed to be 3 different enemies. Oh, there we go. Okay, there's the enemy. So those are my Game Maker games. These were all done around 2015 to 2016. So around 2017, I started using Blender. I used a lot of tutorials such as Game Institute to learn as much as I could about Blender. And then I later moved on to YouTube videos from Blender Guru and CG Boost. Here was the boss that I made back in 2017. It's supposed to be a mech. This was my human body that I tried to make. Human anatomy was definitely not there. My bear. Here's my dog. Here's my German Shepherd dog that I had. And then I also did this robot. And then I did some other robots for the enemies. So here are these guys. I also did a snake. Here was my Game Institute final project. And then I also used CG Boost. In particular, I used this one. And then I obviously did the Blender Guru donut tutorial. This, however, didn't help me much because at UCF we learned Maya and ZBrush. So there was definitely a learning curve. After finishing up various projects with ZBrush and Maya, I went back to my roots and learned Blender, sculpting, and tried to study anatomy. I know the anatomy isn't the greatest, but I'm learning, so please don't roast me. And now that I'm done with school, I plan on going back through a lot of the new content at CG Boost and Game Institute, pick back up where I left off. I also plan on going through the rest of Mark Burnett's art school course. So, to end this video, I would like to tell you about a few ideas that I am currently working on. One is a horror game that is either going to be story-based or more of like a hide-and-seek type game. Another is a gravity game that I'm working on with 2 of my really good friends, where you can actually invert the gravity of the player, and I'm hoping to use it as like a cool puzzle type game. The final project that I hope to work on is a game that will have everything that I've ever worked on. So that means the game will be changing constantly. I'll be using it as a learning project, but also trying to make it as polished as possible. It will probably be a Patreon only or maybe a YouTube members only game. I'm not entirely sure which one I'm going to choose, I like the idea of giving access to the game and the source code for others to learn from. Hopefully you all enjoy my future videos and stay tuned for any future projects that I will be working on. If you want, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, HIO, ArtStation, and you can always like and subscribe on YouTube. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.